I'm going to share my secret for how I went back to being a normal drinker after decades of overdoing it. And before all the sober enthusiasts leave me comments saying that either I was never an alcoholic or I'm still an alcoholic and I'm just in denial, let me just say up front that my approach is not for everybody. You have to be willing to change who you think you are. Stop with the black and white, all or nothing mindset and become a less is more person. I did drink every single day for 15 years, and then I did get sober. And that's how I know this isn't about the alcohol. It's about the story you're telling yourself. I used to think that I had an addictive personality. If one was good, two was better, go ahead and give me 10, please. And that's why I quit drinking, because I literally thought that having one glass of wine was just a waste of calories. If I was gonna drink, we're gonna party like it's 1999. Follow my account if I'm talking to you. But living that way while also working full time and taking care of my kids and running marathons on the weekends was exhausting. I finally decided that the only thing worse than quitting was not quitting. And for 3 years, I dutifully went to sobriety meetings, which only reinforced the idea that something was wrong with my brain, that I didn't have good impulse control. But one day I just realized that wasn't true anymore. I like living in balance, getting enough sleep, going to bed with a book, having a small coffee, watching one episode instead of binging the whole season. Ain't nobody got time to overdo everything. And then I realized that the very idea of having a whole bottle of wine felt sickening. And that's when I knew that I could trust myself to have a glass or two and then stop. Here's what you need to know. Your brain is an evidence-seeking machine. It will work very hard to confirm whatever you believe to be true. And if it can't find any evidence, it will just create it. That's why some people are crazy. The objective reality is that no matter how true it feels that you have an addictive personality, it's also just as true that sometimes you are a less is more person. You're just not noticing the evidence because it doesn't support your inner narrative. But think about it. If you really couldn't stop drinking once you start, you'd be dead. If you want to change your mind on purpose so that you feel and act like a less is more person, you have to start showing your brain evidence that it's already true. It's just like when you're thinking you might get bangs or Botox. You start noticing bangs and Botox everywhere. So your homework for today is to start noticing all the ways that you act like a less is more person. If you want to take this challenge, I want you to type less is more into the comments. If you want to remember, you have to anchor it into your body. Type it, less is more. And if you want a deeper dive into my strategies on how to retrain your brain, I've got over 250 episodes on my podcast. It's not about the alcohol. Look on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen. It's not about the alcohol.